People, it's your boy Madolche Queen, and just like I said, I went from dual generations to Ygopro. In this video, I'm going to mostly be doing my watch replays because I don't like, I really don't like, what was I wanting to say? That's Paleozoics. I want Madolche Madness. That is why I named my deck the Madolche Madness deck. Mostly for the fact that I make others mad. So, as you can see, I do 3 puddings, 2 messengers, 3 witches, 3 angels, 3 owls, 3 cats, 2 battle fairies, 1 Raigeki, 3 swords of concealing light, not revealing. It's concealing due to the fact that most monsters say that while it's face up, it cannot be touched. And usually I like to touch their monsters. 2 tickets, mostly because you don't want to always draw a ticket. 3 chateaus, 3 wabakus, a Madolche lesson, a Madolche palooza. I don't use that in the other one. I don't know why. I mostly just forget to put them in. They come in handy. Usually you will use messenger if you already have your ticket in chateau. Use messenger to thin them out of your deck. You want him to get them out of your deck. I'm going to put me here. That way I can see you and you can see the pretty picture of pudding. Let's see. 3 threatenings, 3 quakings, and 2 fiendish chains. If there is something else I could use, like I could use breakthrough skill, but I like to use fiendish so that I can stay there for a while. In the extra deck, I like to use 2 Choco a la modes, a Freezodon. Freezodon comes in handy, let's just say, for when Queen runs out of overlay units and you have 2 puddings on the field, but you need Queen's effect, not a la modes. You summon Freezodon and use his effect to, as it says, once per turn, you can detach one of his and treat it as another one's overlay unit. So you detach a pudding and Queen gets to go off. I use a number 101, a Cowboy, Silver Mountain, Ghost Trick Alucard, 2 Leviers, not 3, because I don't really own 3 in real life, and this is based on my real deck. The only thing I don't really own, as I've said in my Dual Generations video, is Madolche. Mega Quip Engineer, MX Saber Invoker. He comes in handy because he summons a Messengelato, especially if you really need a level 4 and all you have is 2 level 3s and 1 level 4, but you have no banished monsters for Levier. And a Fortune Tune, just because I love Fortune Tune. It can save itself from destruction by detaching, and during each of your standby phases, you gain 500. Plus, bonus, if you have a Madolche ticket on your field, and someone actually does manage to destroy Fortune Tune, you're allowed to return Fortune Tune back to your extra deck, and 2 earth monsters from your graveyard, 2 level 3 monsters from your graveyard back to your deck. As you can see, there's only Madolches. With a ticket, you get free support with Fortune Tune. It is beautiful. It's madness, just like the deck. So I'm actually going to be doing some replays. I have plenty of replays. I do a lot of dueling on here. There actually has been a large gap. Oh, wait, that was a loss. My thumb got in the way. Madolche versus Monarchs. So we are in the Monarch position. I'm going to swap it. As you can see, they do a lot, and I cannot stand decks that do a lot due to the fact that, to me, it is too much. This is why I use Swords of Concealing Light, due to the fact that now I have the advantage Since the field spell says I'm not allowed to use my extra deck as long as he has a tribute summon monster, Swords of Concealing Light was letting me be very, very liberal. Now that he has a tribute summon monster, I wasn't allowed to make a queen. I forgot what he did. What is your name? The Polton Eric. And as I like to use my name on this as Her Majesty. Oh, that's what I was going for. Man, did I even win this? It looks like I'm about to lose. Tragedy. I must have pulled this out of somewhere. I mean, goodness. Ah, my legs. This is the only spot that I actually have, like, good views. An error occurred? Is that how I won? Alright, so something went weird there, and so I'm going to try something else. I'm not going to delete that part because, I mean, you saw how that was going. So I either won or lost. I forgot what happened. I've actually been using Predaplants a lot, and I also like to use Aqua Actresses because they have their own special things. But today we are focusing on Madolches. And here's Madolche versus one of the most recent come-outs of Pendulums. And I actually remember this one because the guy kept egging me on, saying how I was going to lose, his victory was assured, and yet I beat him. I like to do it from my perspective because it makes me look good. So, a lot of the things that I've noticed when it comes to Magic Specters is the fact that you actually need a monster on the field. So, my strategy when it comes to them is usually save something that can destroy them early. Very early. As you can see, this person was a very real big pain in my bottom. Ugh. I can't stand Pendulum decks. They annoy me. I dislike them with a passion. Oh, very, very hard passion. Oh my gosh. I actually have some friends who, if you're watching this, yes, you should know my fury. Goodness. I actually started pulling off the combo. And I went a different route due to the fact that I had my level 4 already there. And my spells, so I didn't need the rest of it. Ooh! Is this where I actually did something right and used a la mode? I did! I used a la mode for the win! Yeah! And that is that replay. In the end, I actually might go through and do one duel. Madolche versus Burning Abyss. Something I really can't stand is the fact that a lot of people who use more recent decks like Burning Abyss and Pendulums have this cocky attitude where they think anything that is not their deck is pathetic and weak and easy to beat, while something like what I've done, which is this, which is my Madolches, which is my sole passion in a deck. And when I see how upset people get when they actually lose to this, that brings me joy. For the sole fact that they get more upset at the fact that they lost to a less ranked deck, as they like to call it. a less, well, I've had people call it less powerful, and I was like, oh, no. Don't even try that. Because, first of all, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is based on luck, and then skill, because it's the skill on how you put it together, the luck on what you draw, and also the skill on how you use the cards that you draw. So I don't like people giving me that I have a pathetic deck. As Yugi said when Kaiba said, draw your last pathetic card, my deck has no pathetic cards. It is a fabulous deck that can really do some damage. Get in there! Destroy them! I'm not even doing this. I did it. Past tense. To show my power and my fury. So, let's go into the... Oh yeah, I named myself Fried Fish. Let's go back. And go with Her Majesty. If anyone who actually duels me in this knows me and you lose to me, I don't want to hear you talking BS about it. This is not one of my best hands, but due to me having Wabaku, that gives me some good... that gives me a good chance. So let us see what we're going up against. And whether I win or lose, that is what I'm usually going to go with when it comes to... Well then. I have not been up against this. I would not know what to name it if I won. Even if I lose... I don't usually say my loses because they usually upset me. And they surrendered. Just because I was reading their card, trying to formulate a strategy. Let me try again. No. I cannot. That is why I don't usually want to do these videos. I'm not going to delete that just because I'm in the middle of ranting about it. I can't stand when people surrender. Do not ever surrender to me. If you are watching this and you see Her Majesty on there, do not surrender against me. I'd rather lose with the grace and dignity of a queen than have someone surrender, which is more of a slap in the face saying, forget you. Or if they're losing and they run away, they're saying, no, I don't want to lose. And I'm like, no. Lose with dignity. It's people who surrender that really upset me the most, because it's just a pet peeve of mine. Like, major pet peeve. So you put a thing on the field. That thing is big and it's mean. I don't like it at all. It comes to me actually having to use my head, which I don't hate. I don't hate having to actually think about a duel, you know? I actually prefer it. It's just that sometimes having to think so hard about a single monster gets tiring. I'm going to get my ant jelly. I'm going to set this quaking. And then, during your turn, you're going to steal my Madeline. All Bibble-like. Make it an overlay unit, get a boost from it, and then... let's see if I... Like, what would be more... Let's see if they'll fall into my trap and use Infinity to stop my Battle Fader. Then they'll continue their attack, and this is why I like to say that I like to think about my duels, because as you can see, I just outsmarted this person. And when people say you can't outsmart others, yes you can. It is it may be hard, but it's possible. I'm tired of people saying that outsmarting is impossible. I've had people tell me that. You can't outsmart someone. You want to bet? I just made this person think that Battle Fader was my only move, and yet I quaking his monsters, and now they can't flip, and I'm safe from them for a good while. So whatever he has in his hand won't really be that bad against me. Two level 5s. I see where this is going. It's terrible. Is he making another one? He's making another one! I wonder. Upon summon, can I? And will it be able to do something about it? Please tell me no. Ah! No! The amount of preparation it took. I could have just... Goodness. I'm not completely a sore loser. I don't prefer to lose. But a lot of the times I really don't care about winning. I honestly don't think there is a way for me to win. I'm thinking, and he has 2 overlay units. 2 overlay units, and it sucks about Cyber Dragon Infinities. He can summon a monster in attack mode and just equip it and never run out. He doesn't need my monsters. He only needs his own. And I'm just trying to get him to get rid of his overlay units so that I can start using my effects without having to worry. Which is why this card upsets me to no end. It should be limited to 1. Or just banned altogether. Because... idea. If he doesn't summon anything to give him that extra boost of attack power, then I'll be fine. But most likely I'll lose, and that'll be the end of this video. But I'm not going to be completely salty about it because, like I said, I'm not going to hold a grudge about it. Now he's down to 21. And I am just trying to formulate a plan to victory. My plan, well, now that he doesn't have overlay units, I have options if I can survive. There it goes. There goes any hope for redemption. What I was going to do was to do the usual strategy of Mufiel and Angeli. See, now that's just excessive and rude. I was going to do the usual Mewfield and Angeli play and send most likely his face down and his other face down. So I lose. I don't want to save it. I usually like to save the ones where I win for the reason of I usually can rely on strategies or other things. I'll just do one more because I'm a glutton for punishment. When it comes to decks like that, yes, I can lose. I can also win if I have the right play. As you saw, I did do the best I could, which was something. Ugh. I am not a turn. Is this the same person? I'm just like blind. I don't know. I know what Cyber Valley can do. I'm wondering if this is what I think it is. Draw a card. Is this an Exodia deck? Like, seriously, is it? Another thing you'll notice is that 4, 5, 6, 7. That my deck is 41 cards. Normally I have the bad habit, the supposedly bad habit. I said no, didn't I? Because whatever it is won't help unless it was threatening. Then I can probably do something, but I doubt it was. There's a Cyber Dragon. Let the saltiness begin. Why is everyone playing Cyber Dragons? Why? Why? I actually can't be that mad because some people say that I would be a Cyber Dragon player for the pure fact that they think that I would love the chance to steal their monsters. And I have to admit, they're not completely wrong. That is one of those things where in my Predaplant deck, it has the same abilities in its own fabulous way. And this person surrendered. Okay, now my blood pressure is getting a little too high for me. No. Alright, so that's going to be it for this video. I will make sure to try to get some more replays. I don't think that I'm going to focus on my Aqua Actresses and my Predaplants to show them off some. But that is it for my Madolche deck. In the end, I'm going to show off my Madolche Madness deck. I say it's Madolche Madness because it can really steam off other players, which makes me happy. I think it's a pretty good deck. As you can see in this picture, you can usually see all the cards that I have that I recommend for this deck. Build it your own way. I always recommend don't focus on my builds. All right, take it, make it your own. Don't ever be ashamed of what you build. Alright? People may doubt you, but if you're able to pull off certain combos, go for it. That is more power to you. I'm able to do the combos I like. People do recommend that I do the Brilliant Fusion Madolche. I can't stand it because it goes against all my natures of being a Madolche player. But if you want to do Brilliant Madolche, do Brilliant Madolche. There are things all over the internet that you can find. But this is my Trolley Madolche deck. My Madolche Madness deck. Alright? Because with all the spells from Battle Fader down, you can obviously see that I am a trolley kind of person. There are a couple other Madolches that I'd want to throw in here, like Croissant, because he comes in clutch. But I haven't, for some reason, I don't know. That will be it for this video. And I am Madolche Queen. And as I leave the picture of Madolche Queen right there, that'll be it for this video. Always remember, no matter how bad the world treats you, always stay sweet.